course and see what we are going to learn quickly. Okay, so this is me, your instructor. So I'm a technologist, serial entrepreneur, coder, IIT Bombay alumnus, founded Records Keeper, a blockchain-based record-keeping solution. Earlier, I also co-founded a company called AppVigil, which was a SaaS-based mobile application security scanner. I'm very passionate about the new technologies, mostly around the web. And I was also the part of the Forbes 30 under 30 list in 2016 in technology space. So these are my coordinates. If you have any questions directly you want to ask, you can ask either in the platform or in the directly in these coordinates. So what we are going to learn, we are going to learn what everything about the XML in a very quick short crash course. So first lecture or the next lecture will be about the what is XML. Then we'll be talking about the declaration and syntax, how we are going to declare that particular document is an XML document, and what should be the basic syntax. Then we'll jump into the tags and elements. Then we'll be talking deep about what are the different tags, what should be the tag, whether they are case sensitive or not, can be cross closed or not, and then we'll go ahead with creating the a particular object or data object using the XML document. Then we'll talk about the attributes and comments. What are the attributes and how the attributes can be, what are the different values you can put in the attributes and why the attributes can be used. And we'll also talk about the XML comments. Then we'll talk about the namespace, how the conflicts can be resolved if there are two tags of a different type. For example, if there is a two tables, a coffee table and a fruit table, how will you distinguish between the coffee table and the fruit table using the same tab called table? So we can actually do a lot of things using the namespace here. So we'll talk about the namespace. XML technology or the XML documents uses the namespace very aggressively. So if you see on the internet, you'll see that namespace almost on every document. This is because every namespace gives a way to the designer to have the same tags among the different applications. Even though the different application uses a different tag, they can actually use the same tags which other application is using if they have a namespace. Then in the next lecture, we'll be talking about the characters entities and the seed data. So what are the different characters entities and we can add into the document? What are the special characters that if we have to add, how can we add them using the number entity or the character entities? Then in the next lecture, we'll talk about the validation. What are the well-formed XML and how to validate the particular XML document either offline or online, and what are the different tools. Then we'll talk about what next, what should be the next technology that you should be learning if you want to have a very strong foundation and understanding of the XML technology. So there are multiple things that you can learn beyond the XML. So XML is typically a data structure, or you can call it a data storage, or you can say a tool for porting the data from one place to another place. So it's just representing the data, and how you present it to somewhere, it's all up to you. So just the markup language which actually wrap the data in such a format so that other person can read and create and generate and understand the meaning of it. So that's all about the XML. So I hope that you will be enjoying this course, and this is a very interesting course, and you will be understanding everything in a very short note. Remember, you don't need actually hours of lectures to understand the XML. And XML is actually very short and the sweet thing that you can have and implement it in your application, web application, or software application, whatever you want to build. An alternate version of XML is called JSON. So JSON is another version of a data porting tool. So people generally use XML or JSON both actually, or and just either one or both. So if you talk about the RESTful APIs, many of the RESTful APIs will be responding either in the format of JSON or in the format of XML, or sometime in both, right? It based on the parameters you are providing in the APIs. So it's a very interesting thing to learn. So I hope you'll enjoy the course. So hop on. Thank you.